Hello, students. Today we're going to be working on a lesson called Shape, Translate, and Graphics. We're going to be looking at some of the cool tools inside of Microsoft Word. To get started, you're going to be working on part 1, and then you'll go into part 2. So the video only covers part 1. You don't need a video for part 2. You'll follow through the instructions. You'll download this document in part 2, which I'll talk to you about later on. All right, part 1. You're going to need to download the starter, first of all. And then I got my starter downloaded. I'm going to open up that starter. I'm also going to be following along with these instructions that you can refer to if you'd like to. You don't have to because you're going to be watching this video, so you don't necessarily need the instructions. Here's my starter. I'm going to hit Enable Editing. I'm going to split screen that with my instructions once I get my instructions up, just to show you guys what the instructions look like for a sec. Here's the instructions that I'm going to be following, but I'm going to take those off the screen and keep this full screen so you can see what we're doing. After I've downloaded it, I am going to, as you can see, this is in a language you probably don't understand. Most of you don't. Some of you may, but most of you don't. It's in Spanish. We're going to translate this to English really quick using the Translate feature. So to do that, we are going to highlight all of this. Then I'm going to go to the Review ribbon. From there, I'm going to go to Translate, and I'm going to hit Translate Selection, because that's what I have selected there. On the right-hand side, this pane is going to open up, this window. It's going to show me what it is in Spanish and what it's going to look like in English. I'll just go ahead and say, yeah, looks good. Insert it. And it changes it to English. I can then close out that pane on the right side of the menu. And now I have my document in English, and I'm ready to move on to the next step. It says, take the title named Cells Analysis. So I'm going to take that title and highlight it and center it and give it a heading style 1. So my center's right here. My styles are right here. I'm going to give it a heading style number 1. And let's make sure it's centered. Perfect. Now on number 6, I'm going to take the subtitle Estimated Cells and give it a heading style number 2. So here we go. Styles, heading style number 2. Number 7. Place the cursor after the subtitle, which is right here. Then I am going to hit the space bar once to give a space there. And now we're going to insert an icon. So insert, then we have all of these different options that you're going to have to find. So if you, as you can see, I make it bigger. I can go into illustrations, and I got shapes and icons and 3D models and screenshot. We'll be using a lot of these in this lesson. So remember, it's in the illustrations sections. I go back to half page. So illustrations, I'm going to be inserting an icon. The icon in number 7 that I'm going to be inserting is a money icon. So I'm going to go money. I'm going to type in the word money. Have these different icons that have to relate with money. Tells you to choose a symbol of your choosing. I don't care what one you choose, so I'm going to go with this one. Then I'm going to go ahead and insert it. And then I want to resize it down so it's 25 by 0.25 by 0.25. So you can click on the icon like I already have, then you go Format. And then from there, you go to the size section. So I'm already in there. I'm going to type in 0.25, and then we'll automatically adjust the other one to 0.25. When you do the first, it'll auto fit the second. So there you go. There's my icon. Number 8, place the cursor at the end of the document right here. Hit enter once. Now insert a 3D model. So insert illustrations, 3D models. And I'm going to just click on 3D models, and it'll bring up this search for 3D models. I'm going to type in cells. Then I'm going to hit enter, and it comes up with this 3D model graph. I'm going to go ahead and click on it and hit insert. And now I'm on to number 9. It says that I am going to rotate the 3D image. So I'm going to click on the image, and now click on the little circle in the center, and I'm going to rotate it to my own liking. So you can put it however you want. I'm going to put it like that. Now, number 10, center the 3D model and wrap text using the position button. So I'm going to go to position, and you can see when you click on this shape, I'm already in the format. So here's position. I'm going to find the one that's called center and position in the middle. So position in the middle, center with square text wrapping. And boom, now it's centered and it's text wrapped. Perfect. Number 11. We are now moving on to a different section. We're done with our 3D model. And again, you can keep rotating it if you didn't like how you had it, but I'm going to keep mine like that. Number 11. Highlight the last sentence in the first paragraph. This is the first paragraph. And now I'm going to find the last sentence. Last sentence starts with this, should. So I'm going to do what it says. I'm going to highlight the last sentence in the first paragraph with an aqua color highlighter. So it tells you to place the cursor in front of the sentence that starts with, and it tells you what it should start with, which you can see right here, this should. You will need to get the draw ribbon because you might not have it like I do. So to get the draw ribbon, you go to File, you come down and choose Options. From Options, you are then going to choose Customize Ribbon. And then from Customize Ribbon, you're going to notice on the right-hand side, yours probably has an unchecked box on Draw. You just go ahead and check the box on Draw and hit OK. And now you're going to have the Draw ribbon. And now I'm going to go to Draw, Add Pen, Highlighter, and then from there I can choose a color. I'm going to choose the aqua color. And then I'm going to make sure, didn't want to click there, so I'm going to Control Z to undo that part. Now that I got my highlighter still, and it's going to be blue, now I'm going to go and highlight the last sentence. So it works a little different. It's like wherever you click and you just start highlighting, it'll do it. So you can let go of the cursor. It doesn't select it all like you're normally used to, where it just goes down to the next line. You have to actually manually go and select where to highlight. So do your best to highlight all of the last sentence, and you can get as particular as you want. Okay, perfect. Now I got that done. I always like to hit the save button as I go along, just so it saves my progress in case my computer shuts down or there's any problems. So just go ahead and save your progress whenever you want. I would do it now if I was you. All right, next one, number 12. We are going to use the read aloud feature to verify that the document can be understood correctly. So we're going to have Microsoft read this document to us. Here we go. I am going to go into, well, let's look first. Place the cursor at the beginning of the document. So I'm going to place the cursor right there. And from there, I then go to Review, Speech, and speech is right there, and then read aloud. And here
Sales analysis. Estimated sales. Estimated sales for your business.
So we're not going to listen to it all, but you see it's pretty cool. This feature will read the whole document for you, and then on this right-hand side, you do have this menu where you can fast forward or pause it or rewind it or have some options.
Are based. Use a one paragraph.
So you see when I use this, it skipped to the next paragraph. So great. All right, let's move on to the next section. We are on to number 13. So at number 13, we are going to take a screenshot of the Alpine School District logo and use the feature called Screenshot. So we are going to take that logo, and then number 14 is going to tell you to put it on the side of the 3D image. So first, I need to go to the Alpine School website. To do so, I'm going to right-click on this hyperlink in the instructions, and then I'm going to choose Open Hyperlink. It is then going to open up the hyperlink inside of a browser. Now, as it's opening that, let's go back to the instructions and see what we're supposed to do. It says in number 14 that you're going to return, after you go to the Alpine School District website, you're going to return back to the sales analysis document. Then you're going to take a screenshot of the upper left-hand corner of the alpineschools.org website where it has the logo. So let's go. Here we go. This is how you do this. You go Insert, Illustrations, and then here's Screenshot. When you click Screenshot, you're going to go ahead and click Screen Clipping. So watch what it does. It makes that one go away, but my instructions are still blocking the Alpine School web page because it's just going to bring up whatever's up. So I actually need to get out and minimize this instruction page. So I'm going to look on my keyboard and hit ESC, the escape on the top left of my keyboard, and get out. So now I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to minimize the instructions so it's not blocking, because this is what I want a screenshot of, is this logo, and let's try it again. So Illustrations, Screenshot, Screen Clipping. Now nothing's blocking it. It's kind of like using the snipping tool where everything fades out, and then wherever you click and drag and move over and drag, whatever's highlighted is going to be clipped. So it did clip that for me and put it in the document. Let's go back to the instructions and see what we do next now that we have the clipping. Number 15. do a tight wrap text with the Alpine logo. So I am also going to, it says place the logo on the side of the 3D cells. It doesn't say what side, so you choose which side you would like. So here we go. I click on the image, which I'm already on it. I go format, then I go wrap text. Oh, where's wrap text? It's in the arrange section. So arrange, wrap text, and then choose tight. Now it's tightly wrapped this image around any text, and you can also grab it and move it and put it wherever you like. I think I'm going to put mine on the right hand side. It looks better there. Great. Number 16 says to go ahead and update your save. So hit the save button, and this is what you have when you're done. Now that you're finished with this document, which is in part 1, and you've saved it, go ahead and close it out. You're going to go back into Canvas, and when you get back into Canvas, you're going to move on to part 2. So for part 2, you're going to download part 2, and then there is no video tutorial for part 2. Instead, you are going to be, I'm going to hit enable editing there. You're going to be editing these images and using some of the other tools like icons and graphic arts, which you'll see. And you're going to be using the instructions here. So inside of each box, you're going to find a set of instructions. Just follow the instructions carefully, and you'll be editing these images according to the instructions you see here. Again, you'll continue to follow the instructions. I tell you how to do it. Inside of the actual document is the instructions, and you'll continue going on reading the instructions inside of this actual document. When you're done, you'll save this document, and after you've saved it, you'll close it out, and you're going to submit part 1 and part 2 to this Canvas page. So make sure to submit both documents to this Canvas page.